Hello and welcome back to Nekabon Gaming. Today we're going to take a look at the new grimoire featuring an Aladdin crusher called the Greatest General. If anytime you're vibing with this video, please hit that like or even subscribe button to support this channel. I'd really appreciate that. Alright, let's take a look at this new banner now. And inside the Grimoire Details, we can see that this is available until June 9th. And there are 4 weapons this time that has a featured rate of 0.666%. Let's take a look at the Silver Club of Noveau Riche. This is the one with the class in it. This is Aladdin Crusher. Silver Club of Noveau Riche has a cost 19 win weapon and has a really high P attack here, 2563. The weapon here has a skill called Storm Fang. 3 deals great physical damage to 1-2 enemies and increases effectiveness when ally activates the summon skill. The bell sounds a storm. The bell sounds a storm, if I'm not mistaken, is Dryas, and that's the only nightmare that has this. And then it also has the support skill of Dauntless Courage too. Being like a hammer that is rank 3 in P attack, I think this is actually a pretty good hammer. It's definitely a strong one, especially since I know a lot of guilds are kind of running Dryas at the end of a Colo match now, and this would make this hammer even more threatening. In the end, I think it really depends on your team if you want this, but it does come with the class, which is really cool. So the class here we can see comes with 300 P attack and 100 P def, 100 HP up to level 10, and then with the level 1 Arcana you get 400 more P attack, and then with the level 2 Arcana you get another 400. Total P attack you can get for this class is 1100, which is great for breakers and crushers. Heading down, we also have the military records of the Ice Kingdom. This is a blue tome that has 18 cost. The skill of Incantation of Shackles 3 greatly reduces the physical attack and physical defense of 1-2 and comes with a lovely support boon too. You know, with Incantations of Shackles 3, this one's really useful for teams that has physical vanguards and are going up against physical vanguards. And I'll be honest, I've been seeing a lot more physical vanguards this time around in Grand Colo. Which, speaking of, I do hope everyone is having a good time in Grand Colo. We had a pretty rough start there with the delay, but I hope it didn't ruin the fun for everyone. The stats on this book, unfortunately, is really nothing special. The skill set is basically identical to King's Law, which was a spec banner book, so now we have a very similar book in normal gacha banner as well, which is really nice to see. It's a pretty good book and definitely considerable. The next one is the Coming Destruction. This is a staff, and I'm sure a lot of clerics are actually very curious about this weapon. So this is a win 18 cost staff, and defense here is 1227 and 1185, which is not particularly high. The skill here is Gospel of Charity 3, greatly restores HP to 1-3 allies. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is our second 1-3 target staff, the first one being the upgraded Entrails of Justice. My take on this is that it's still not as reliable as a 2-target staff, even though the chance of, healing 3 targets feel and look really juicy. I'd hate to see you use this at a very crucial moment in Colo to find out you were only able to heal 1 ally. Additionally, the skill modifier on this is identical to Blessed Gospel 3, so it's not going to be nearly as strong as the heals from Entrails of Justice, if that's something that clerics are expecting. I think this weapon is skippable, even though the Colosseum support skill here, Replenish Magic 2, is pretty decent. And then the last weapon here is Heartstopper. Heartstopper is an 18 cost water bow and has a magic attack of 2267. The stats are nothing really special here. The magic attack is actually pretty low. We should be looking for around 2400 at this point for an 18 cost gun. The skill here is pretty interesting. It's called Water Demon's Authority 3. It deals great magical damage to an enemy and slightly reduces its magical and physical attack. So it gives 2 debuffs on the enemy, but you know how I am. I'm much more interested in Vanguard weapons that have self-buff instead of enemy debuffs. It's just so much more useful, more versatile that way. Regardless, this has a mental focus too, so it's very skippable from multiple perspectives. Just a reminder that everything in this banner, except for the Arcanas, will be available in the general pool, so don't feel too rushed to grab anything. You can also consider getting things here from the Medal of Desire exchange, especially because there'll be no more additional grimoires after this one for May, and there'll be no more new items added to the Medal of Desire 5 Medal exchange. My general feelings on this is that it's a good banner, but personally, I would still hold on to those Twilight crystals. If you haven't gotten everything you wanted from the Rose and Maiden banners yet, definitely go for that one first, since those things are completely limited, and this greatest general banner is not. I'm also saving up because I'm expecting the next 2 months to be rather expensive. We have the Near Replicant Redux coming, and then the first anniversary events, and of course we're looking forward to summer classes as well. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you. If you're interested in a chance to win 100 Twilight crystals, check out the questionnaire linked below in the description or pinned comments below. I hope everyone's been having a fantastic luck rolling on the Rose and Maiden banners and having fair opponents in Grand Calo. Thanks so much for watching, and please consider a like and subscribe to catch more Sinnoh content in the future. See you in the next one.